Hey guys, welcome back to the Big LT. Today, I just wanted to make an unusual video. So basically, I am going to make a video of school stories I had to experience once and stuff. Well, now, just my little stories and crap that happened in school and stuff. So here it goes. Okay, so a lot of stuff I probably won't be able to remember because crap like that happened a long time ago. So yeah, let's start off in chapter 1, Wyman Elementary School, the first school I ever been to. All right, so I can tell you something now. I think one of the oldest or not one of the oldest, but this is what I'm going to start off this video with. It was just a peaceful day, and it was just a peaceful day. We're just at recess and crap like that and stuff. I remember I was at those two basketball hoops. I don't know what was going on at this moment, but there's like a few kids around there too, and and I don't know what I did, if I did something wrong or not, but I ended up getting sucker punched in the stomach. So yeah, it was it was painful. Yeah, I remember. So yeah, that's like one of the oldest memories that I have down here. Here's another thing. I once had like a school bully that would just mess around with me back in like first grade, I believe. And there's one time where he just sat on me, and I was just acting so helpless, even though I could have, kind of get up on my own and crap like that. It's funny. Now it's time for some of the more bull crap. So yeah, this is where the bull crap starts. All right, because there's this one time where I was at these swings, and I was basically how the swings were. You had this one, this one, this one, this one, and then you got that one there. That's how it always was. But I think in second grade, this red one here was added because there's always an empty spot there. There's no swing there. It was just an empty spot. I don't know if I don't know if this is true or not because you know elementary school, stories, rumors, and all that crap, they usually turn out to be fake and stuff, but I'm pretty sure everybody was just like, oh, remember that one time where that one kid was swinging on that swing and he completely broke it? Like, it fell off and he's just flung out of it and stuff? Well, I don't know if that's what they said. It's been like a hell long time. Like, I don't know. I don't remember when I was in first grade, like somewhere first or second grade. I don't think the swing was there in first grade, but eh. Oh wait, no, I wasn't even talking about the swing. All right, well, here's the thing. I remember there's always like a group of teachers that would usually be around here or something. They would usually blow the whistle if anything happens, like if our recess is done and stuff. And then if we're doing anything if we're breaking any rules, one teacher will slowly walk up and just like, "Hey, I'm going to punish you." They just put around the bullets inside you. Like that's how it was basically. Like they would just slowly walk up. It felt like forever, and then they'll treat you like a prisoner inmate. So yeah, that's how it was. I remember there's these jackasses, and they were twisting the swing around so they can spin and stuff. And that was like one of the biggest no-nos of elementary school. And if you got caught, then you would have to sit out for like the majority of recess time in this little corner here. So I remember they were just messing around with that swing. They're twisting it and crap, and I was peacefully enjoying myself swinging on that swing right there, that black one, like one of the five black ones. I was just swinging and jumping off of it in midair and stuff. And then all of a sudden, my music teacher, Mr. Martin, slowly but steadily walked around and eventually came over and got on to the kids who were swinging at them. And I this was just such a bullshit moment to me that I remember, I remember how it went down. Basically, the kids just like, holy crap, and then it just acted normal and stuff. And I was just swinging and stuff. I didn't notice the teacher and stuff. And I noticed the situation, but I never even paid attention to the teacher. But basically, the kids who were twisting a swing and the people who were watching, they all got sent to here, and I was caught up in the crossfire too. My music teacher was just like, "Okay, you and 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 you," and then immediately he points fingers at me, just like, "And you, all go to that wall right there." I was just like, "Hey, I know you're nice and everything, and you're kind of like a goofball most of the time and stuff, but I am not with these douchebags. I am myself. I don't have, I bet all my friends were like in this area and stuff, but I was just like, let me swing peacefully. I was not with these dudes, and it's just like, hey, this is uh, this is a very no situation. I don't know if I can trust you or not, and you're right next to them too, like so I'm going to send you with them. You all in trouble. So yeah, basically, the kids were laughing and stuff, and I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I I just looked at the kids and stuff, and they one of the things was they were laughing about how I got caught up in the crossfire and stuff. They thought it was funny, so yeah, they kept on laughing about that, and I just stared at them, just like, "Shut the hell up! You did this to me. I will beat your ass right here, right now." Yeah. I was just joking. I was way too scared to do any of that. I was too scared to cause violence back then. I'm actually still too scared to do that now, even if my parents encourage me to do it if I'm being bullied or anything. Uh, so yeah. But if I was in a situation where I was being beat up, I would beat the hell out of the people who were beating me up. And my parents wouldn't do anything to me. If the school did, then eh. But my parents would not punish me, so I was like, I was in a safe zone. So yeah, I was pretty pissed. And then the majority of recess goes by, and my music teacher comes back, and he's just like, okay, you guys are all free. And I was just so pissed at him because he thought I was with these idiots and stuff. And for some reason, instead of saying, "Oh, thank you, but next time, please don't blame me for something I didn't do," then I just would go back to what I was doing and stuff. I was like, "No, no, no!" I was so pissed. This was like a hero turns into villain for revenge type story. And then eventually he's just like, okay, everybody's free, but this kid here, he's staying with me. So yeah, I don't know if I ever got to go back out and enjoy my recess and stuff, but eh, I think I might have, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, there's that. Here's another story which I think might have actually happened before the story I just told you, but basically one of my friends, which was one of my friends, I don't know. It's been so long since this, so I don't know how it's been so long since this happened. So I don't know how the beginning went. But all I can remember was both me and this random girl this friend I had that was a female was just sitting on the wall for some reason. I don't know. I don't remember why I was on the wall, but all of a sudden she started kissing me and all that crap. She was just making out. I was just like, hey, stop kissing me, man. Just like, holy crap, this chick's insane. And then one of the teachers was like, "Hey, that's like a level 1,000 no. How dare you?" And then we're just like, I think we're both sent to the office. I was caught in this crossfire too, and I was blamed for it and all that. Like, I'm the victim. What are you doing? You're just as bad as our American justice system. Literally, no joke. That was no joke. My school was just as bad as the American justice system. If they see somebody that was around um, a crime scene, basically like the story I told you before, they'll throw you into the crossfire and think that you were a part of it and you were one of the not one of the victims but one of the suspects. So yeah, it was yeah, that's how it was. That's all I remember. And my friends tease me over it every time I mention it. It just they just like, lol, you let her do that, lol, you just let her, like literally. Even some friends that weren't even around, they weren't even in the school district, or I mean, in two other, either in the other two elementary schools. We had three elementary schools. I was just in this one, Wyman Elementary. Um, so yeah, yeah, it was kind of weird. I was just like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You never witnessed it? So yeah, and I can't prove myself innocent. All they'll say is, "Oh, lol, you just completely let her do that." Okay, all right. Here's another story. I was enjoying recess time, and this would usually happen from time to time, and I'll tell you why later. But I would just randomly be enjoying recess and stuff, and then all of a sudden, tornado sirens start going off randomly, and I every time that happened, I would just be like, "Holy crap!" I'll start crying and run up to one of the few teachers that will be heavily watching us, just like, oh no, what is that noise? I'm scared. But yeah, if you didn't know, I used to fear tornado sirens. Now I love them. I love them so much. Too bad I barely hear them and stuff. Usually I only hear them at school. But yeah, every first Wednesday of the month that would happen. So yeah, that's the reason why. But back then it felt slow and stuff. So yeah, all right, here's another bullsh story, but it was probably something for the greater good. So yeah, I remember I was enjoying my recess, just like how all these are starting so far. And then one of my sped teachers, Miss Sutton, came up, and she's just like, "Hey Landon, follow me. We're going somewhere." I was just like, I had no idea what was going on. So yeah, I just followed her, and then we went up to you see where this concrete, not concrete, the concrete path. It leads into a little room for bus riders and stuff. Nice truck. Basically, me and her were the only ones in there. And then I was just like, "So what am I in here for?" She just slams down an entire packet of work. She's like, "What? You going to make me do this, or is this something for you that I just have to sign or something?" She's just like, "This is something you have to do." I don't know why, but I had to do the entire paper, and I wasn't that good at big things like that, so I was struggling. I had a lot of help with the teacher and stuff, so it felt like hours upon hours. But for some reason, I was I still had a little bit of time left to just enjoy myself at recess. Yeah, that entire packet was finished and stuff, and I thought recess was over and stuff, but guess what? Still going on. That was weird. Like I was just like, man. Well, every time I think of this story, I'm just like, how long are these stories? I mean, how long are these recesses? How long were they? Like they felt like hours upon hours long, I bet. Holy crap. Nothing compared to my middle school, which had the shortest recesses and most boring recesses ever. And sadly, they were the last because junior high and high school don't have recesses. Because, we're big kids. So yeah, that was a bad situation. I was just like, ah, man, why this? Why? Why? Here's another situation. This time it's in the building. This is the first time I ever met one of my friends, Caden. He's a twin of another brother he has. Like they're twins and stuff. Um, he walked into the sped class. So I was peacefully doing my homework in and stuff with everybody else. And then all of a sudden he just walks in. I'm just like, oh hey, look, new student. And I remember like one of the office officials walked him in, and immediately after he left, Caden was just like, Caden started to get all sweaty and nervous. He was still at the door, and my teacher's just like, "Welcome. If you follow me, I'll guide you to your seat, and I'll give you the work that everybody else is doing." And then all of a sudden, he's just like, "No, no," and then he just runs out of the class. So yeah, he ran into another classroom where which he originally came from that day, and another office official had to come in, and he was just like, "Oh, Caden, yeah, he's going to be staying in the classroom he came from, today, for the remainder of this day." He was a little shy, so yeah. So that was that. Eventually I got to know him and stuff, and since he was a twin of another brother that he had, I was very confused on which was which. Um, I would just be like, "Hey you, hey you, hey you, hey you." Eventually I got to know them and stuff, and now today I can definitely tell them apart. They have different personalities. Caden has a perverted, dirty mind, and a lot of other stuff that I wouldn't want you guys to know. You guys wouldn't want to know. And then his brother, on the other hand, is a little nicer, little little more flamboyant and stuff, but kind of the same when it comes to humor and all that crap that Caden has. So yeah, that's that. Another story, and this time it's also in another classroom. We got away from all the recess stuff, and now it's time for class. I remember I was reading books with my friends and stuff because that was the thing we did. One of the things we did and stuff when we got done with our work. Yeah, sometimes we would go to cool math, and then other times we were forced to read books for our AR. If you don't know what AR is, basically it's basically when you read a book and then you go to a computer and go to a website called AR Star. You take a test on the book with a code and all that crap, and then you get points, which would add up to your percentage. And if you to your AR percentage, and if you ever went up to 100 and stuff, you would go to the skating zone, which was probably the only skating zone, the only skating ring that I know of in Rolla. So yeah. Um, so yeah, I forgot what I was talking about, but I was peacefully just um working and stuff, and then the sirens went off again. And since this was I'm pretty sure this was just a different year, like a year after or 2 years after the time where I heard them out in recess and stuff. But this time I wasn't scared. This time I was just this was like the beginning of my enthusiasm for sirens and stuff. I looked out the I mean I opened up the window so I can hear the sirens and stuff. And then my teacher's just like, "Oh hey, what are you doing?" I was just like, "The tornado sirens are going off. I'm going to listen to them." And then after that, my friends and the entire class, all of them were just like tornado sirens. Like they already known that there's no tornado warning. There's no clouds. It was a sunny day, I remember, and yeah, there's no dark storm clouds and stuff. So yeah, but they decided to just play around and have a little fun by faking freaking out. Like they were rolling on the ground screaming tornado, tornado. They were running around the classroom. My teachers were like, hey, 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 settle down. And I was just standing there just like goodbye, sirens. Until next time, if that ever happen. Well, until next time I ever hear you, because this time you're getting drowned out by noise from the stupid class. And yeah, I was pissed at I was pissed at people. I was just like, I was pissed at the class. Just like, if you guys would have shut it up, I could have listened to the sirens go off. I love sirens, and you all decide to act like idiots. So yeah, um, I forgot about this, but I should have told you this as a very first school memory I have here. But I remember being in the cafeteria, and I had an enthusiasm for mixers for a long time. This here's like one of the oldest memories I have of Wyman Elementary School. I remember I was in the cafeteria and stuff, and I was just like mixer, 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 because there's like a Hobart A200 mixer. Basically one of these here. This is a Hobart A200 20 quart mixer. My elementary school had one of these for mashed potatoes and probably other stuff like maybe cookies and all that crap. I don't know when Michelle Obama banned that crap from schools and all that crap. Because I remember, I'll tell you it later because it's not going to come in now. It's going to come in later, but um, I think maybe I was with my grandma or one of my parents at that time for either for like a special lunch. Like I remember my grandma would bring in popcorn chicken from Walmart, and then sometimes my mom or dad would bring McDonald's in for my birthday. I don't know if it was my birthday or if it's just one of those days where my grandma would bring me bring me some special lunch and stuff. But I remember if this must have happened with one of my family members because I don't know who would listen to like a little kid at a cafeteria in school, like. But I think I wanted to see the mixer running because it was running and stuff. I could see that the auger. Oh, it's a bee. Oh, wait, auger. I called it an auger. This here is a I don't know what I forgot what it was called. It's a thing that makes the paddles the things rotate in the bowl and stuff. I seen it move, so I knew it was working and running and stuff. So I wanted to see it. It was my goal. My principal pick me up like I pick up my cat. I throw her over my she I throw her over my shoulders. So yeah, she threw me over my shoulders. She peacefully walked into the cafeteria kitchen. She turned around so I could see the inside of the mixing bowl, and it's just a little short glimpse, but I was satisfied. So yeah, that's something I remember. It must have been with one of my family members because you know what, I don't think I wouldn't imagine it being either my mom or dad because they would just be like, oh, it's nothing, he wants to see the mixer, but I understand the rules you have and stuff, so yeah, they'll just laugh about it and stuff. My grandma was the type of person to fulfill any of my wishes, like most of my wishes at least, but anything like that, she'll be like, "Oh, can you take him in the kitchen so I can see that the mixer running for a little, like a glimpse and stuff." So yeah, that happened. That was one of the oldest memories, and it should have been the first one I told. Next, oh my, what's the next one? What's the next one? I don't know. I think that might be it for here. Oh wait, another one, another mixer related one. Yep, but this one here was like a while after the first time I ever got to see that A200 running and stuff. I remember, I think I went out the classroom to get a drink of water from one of the water fountains, but when I was walking back to class, I think I remember hearing there's like two or three ladies in the cafeteria and stuff. Like they're like the only ones in there, and they're talking about like making some sort of dessert, maybe cookies or something. I don't remember. I think it was cookies, but I heard that because I think the door was open. So when I heard the part of making cookies, I just peacefully walk in there thinking that they're going to use the Hobart mixer for it. I was just like, "Ooh, you're making cookies? When are you going to make them? Are you going to use the mixer in the kitchen? You see?" Yeah, it was something. I remember the lady was just so confused. She was just like, kid, which class are you in?" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm in that one right right at the door, on the other side of the hallway." So yeah, I was escorted back to class. It was something, but that's all I remember, sadly. So, oh, here's something else. I think this was like fourth grade, so it's like one of the last memories I have here because I only went through here from preschool to fourth grade. So yeah, this one's not when school. It's not during this. I think it actually was during the school day, maybe, but it was after I left school and went home for a day. But we went back to school for something. Uh, but I remember me and my family went to school and stuff. Like I think it was a parent teacher conference day or something. But it was like it was getting dark. The sun was setting and all that. But there was storm clouds everywhere. I know it was going to rain and stuff. But when we were inside the classroom and stuff, like I think it was just me and a few kids. We're just alone in the classroom. And then all of a sudden it just poured rain outside. It was just raining. It just opened up. The sky got so dark. It was night. It was night. It was like nighttime basically. And there's all you could see out the window was lightning and stuff. Other than that, there's nothing. So yeah, I think it would actually happen around the gym. So yeah, um, yeah, it was something. I also remember seeing the Walmart Tower too, because the Walmart Tower is just right over here, and my school is over here. So I would always see it at recess. I even remember backing up to like this area here, so I can see so I can see the top half of it, because trees would block it usually. So on certain occasions, its FH309 would actually start flashing for some reason. Probably on cloudy days, overcast days, basically. So yeah. But I remember seeing it out the window at night and stuff, and thinking that it was a normal thing to see it, but it was more magical because it was at school. Well, it was at school during a storm that basically turned to sunset, and it basically sped up the sunset process. When the sun like starts to set and stuff, like it starts to get darker and darker gradually, but it's still pretty bright outside. Then yeah, if a storm comes, like a very dark storm, then say goodbye to the light. The storm will definitely destroy day and bring a stormy night immediately, just like that. That's one thing I like about storms too. So yeah. Okay, so wait, no, I think that might have actually happened in third grade. Yeah, third grade, I think. I don't know. I remember being like downstairs and stuff. Like, I even have a picture up here. I can show you. Oh, I don't know if you're able to see that or not, but that's little me and one of my teachers, one of my main teachers, not one of my sped teachers. How my class worked, how my school years worked was I would go to the main class. And then eventually, when the main class would go into harder stuff that I wouldn't be able to handle because I was autistic. Well, I was autistic then and stuff, and still autistic now. Not, I didn't get rid of my autism. I wish I did, though. But I would move over to a sped class and stuff. So basically, um, yeah, that's how it was. I remember like all four main classes I had, or actually five, because the kindergarten, preschool, I stayed in one class that the entire day and stuff. Like, and it was a short day. I think it was a short day too and stuff. But yeah, um, silent moment for some reason. But yeah, that's how it worked. I remember when my teacher would just be like, "Okay, kids, get out your folders. We're going to start working on this." Landon and a few selective kids, like either like two or three more, or I mean one or two more sped kids like me would get our names called out, and our teacher would tell us to go to our sped classes. So yeah, that's how it worked. Then we'll return to our classes again, our main classes. So yeah, we had like a main class and we had a secondary sped class. That's how it worked. Holy crap! How did I forgot all about this. This is like traumatizing stuff. Like this, like even when I got a little older, like when I was in middle school or junior high, I would get emotional about this. I would like get teary eyed and stuff, like when I thought about this and stuff. But I remember my mom, my mom, and sometimes my mom and sister, or my entire family, my mom, dad, and sister would go to my preschool classroom, which one of the years was it was this big room. Uh, um, they would come visit me and stuff. I was so happy. I was just like, "Mom!" Most of the time, she's like, "Mommy, mommy," and stuff. And we'll just have a time and stuff, like for like a few minutes. And then my mom would leave. I would just always just bawl. I was just like, "No, mom, take me away from this prison. I want to go home. What are you doing? Don't walk out that door." So yeah, yeah, it was a yeah. I just didn't like it. I didn't like when she would leave. It was traumatizing. Um, I don't get teary eyed and stuff about it anymore because you know I can only I don't really cry anymore. Usually when I cry is when I lose a family member and a pet, or just or something scares me, something scares me or something. That's there's probably a hell of a lot more things that can make me cry now, but that's just a little bit of it. So yeah, um, but I didn't like it, and my mom's just like, oh man, I was able to I was allowed to check you out and stuff because it was preschool and stuff. I should have done that every time I would go and stuff. You get half days every day, or most, or like the days where I wouldn't be working, like which would be Thursday and Friday. So yeah, yeah, usually Thursday and Friday. That's how it was. That's the days she would visit, I would guess. So yeah, that should be the first, one of the first, or maybe the first. Yeah, I should I should have started the video off there. I don't know why I didn't. It's something. Okay, now then, here's a fourth grade memory, and this is going to be the last of this video. And yes, I was originally going to do elementary school, middle school, junior high, and high school all in one video. But look at the time. Look at how long this video is. 30 almost 36 minutes. Now 36 minutes. So yeah, this is going to be school stories, chapter 1, Wyman Elementary School. So yeah, but I think I'm going to call it Rolla Wyman Elementary School because how it goes is from middle school to high school, Rolla is in the beginning of the names, like Rolla Middle School, Rolla Junior High, and Rolla High School. But this one here is the only school out of all. Oh, well, actually, not the only school. One of the one of the one of the only three schools that doesn't have Rolla in their name. But basically, yeah, the other two elementary schools, which is Mark Twain and Truman, those were their names and stuff. They had, oh wait, no, did it? Mark Twain, yeah, I think it was just Mark Twain Elementary School and Truman Elementary School. That's how it was. But yeah, so yeah, I don't think any of the elementary schools had all had Raw in their names. So yeah, I'll just call it Rolla Wyman Elementary School. So yeah, just so I can have Rolla in the title. So yeah, there's that. Chapter 1, Rolla Wyman Elementary School.